Welcome to Centro Cultural's Hora de Cuentos story time, a new project from Centro Cultural La Raza's Bibliotequita Colibri that we just recently kicked off with the book drive. That book drive has recently ended, and we're proud to say that thank you to the community support, we received about 50 to 60 books, as well as a large donation from Libros San Diego of around 150 books. This project has been very dear to our hearts, and we appreciate so much all of the community who has contributed to this project and making it come to life. Though the book drive has come to a close for now, we are in the early stages of planning the actual space for the Bibliotequita, and we're trying to combine the space with another space that we have in the Centro for the children. It's called the Children's Corner, or the Rincón Rebelde. And we would like to find a way to make it so that it's friendly, protected, and there in the forefront for people to see when they are welcomed to the Centro, and know that the children, the youth, and their constant learning and engagement and imaginative process is always at the forefront of what we do. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce our storytime reader for today, who also happens to be my mother, Sylvia Enrique. And I'm very proud and happy that she was able to do this today and read 3 books. And just want to say hi, Mama. We're both at the Centro in different spaces right now to make this happen. Oh, I can hear little kids in the background. We got some great grandbabies and babies coming to join today as well. There you go, Mama.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, donde quiera que sean, wherever you are. Good morning, good night, good evening. The first book we're going to read is Una Niña, un tambor y un sueño. It's a girl, a drum, and a dream.
Wow, here we go. Thank you so much. We had a little bit of technical difficulties there, but here we go. Back to my mama, Sylvia Enrique, and to go ahead and start over again.
Okay, here we go. Third time is the charm. This is La Hora de Cuentos. It's presented by the Centro Cultural de la Raza with the assistance of people from Libros, and it is our La Bibliotequita, which is we're looking for books for those to be donated. And this is our Hora de Cuentas and storytelling. The first book we're going to read is Una Niña, un Tambor y un Sueño, a girl, a dream, a drum. And then the next one is The Night Worker, about a boy and his father who works at night. It's okay. Just do it soft. My great-grandson is here. He's helping me with the sound effects. Okay, and then this is the third one, and it is Dreamers. And I believe we are all dreamers. We all have our own dreams. And if I don't get to tell you, I hope all your dreams come true. The Night Worker. That was Ezequiel. How old are you, Ezequiel? He's 5 years old.
And I did my dinner.
And his brother, Isaiah, is 3 years old.
I did my dinner.
Okay, I'm going to read the book now, okay? Now you have to be quiet so you can listen and everybody can listen. The Night Worker by Kate Banks and pictures by George Hellensberger. This is the cover. And see, this is The Night Worker. And this is Una Niña, un Tambor, un Sueño. And this is by Margarita Engle. Un tambor, un sueño. Hi, we've been having technical difficulties, dificultades técnicas, pero vamos a empezar de vuelta. This is La Hora de Cuentos from the Centro Cultural de la Raza through La Bibliotequita Colibri, the newest project here at the Centro. I'm going to read 3 books. I'm just going to start. Una Niña, un Tambor, un Sueño. This is by Margarita Engle, and the illustrations, the artwork, is by Rafael Lopez. He is actually an artist who has done murals here in San Diego and in Mexico City and all over the place. This is his work. So we're gonna go. Choo. Hit it twice. Yes, that was the introduction by Ezequiel. And he is my great grandson, who is 5 years old. Una niña, un tambor, un sueño. En una isla musical, en una ciudad de ritmos, la niña de los tumbadores soñaba. Soñaba que tocaba los tumbadoras y hacía sonar los bongos y repiqueteaba con largas y sonoras baquetas los grandes timales redondos y plateados como una luna. She dreamed of playing drums and playing the cymbals. Pero todos en su isla musical, en la ciudad de ritmos, pensaban que solo los varones podían tocar los tambores, that only boys could play the drums. And sure she was, wanting to play. Así que la niña soñadora tenía que seguir soñando sueños rítmicos, silenciosos y secretos. So she played her drums in her dreams. En cafés al aire libre que parecían jardines oía tambores, tocadoras por hombres, pero cuando cerraba los ojos, también oía su propia música imaginaria. She would hear the men play the drums in the cafés, but when she closed her eyes, she was playing her own drums and making up her own music. Cuando caminaba bajo palmeras ondeantes y un parque florido, oír batir de las olas de los lorros y el picoteo de los pájaros carpinteros, su propio zapateo y el tum, 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 tum tranquilizador de los latidos de su corazón. She would hear her heartbeat and the sounds of the animals and leaves all around her as music. También en los carnavales, oía el traqueteo de los enormes bailarines en arcos. She'd hear the dancers on their stilts playing too. Y el destruendo de dragón de los percusionistas disfrazados y enmascarados. And in all the parades, she would see the dragon dancers and the drummers play. En casa, sus dedos inventaban su propio ritmo sonriente en mesas y sillas. She would make up her own rhythms on the chairs with her hands at home. La valiente niña soñadora se atrevió a tocar tumbadoras y pequeños bongos y grandes timbales redondos y plateados. In her dreams, she would play everything. Sus manos parecían volar a medida que repicaban y tocaban los niños todos los ritmos de sus sueños de tambores. Her hands would fly, playing all the different rhythms in her dreams. Así impresionó tanto a sus hermanas mayores que ellas la invitaron a unirse a su nueva orquesta solo de mujeres. She played so well, her older sisters invited her to play a woman's band. Pero su papá dijo que solo los varones podían tocar los tambores, but her dad said only boys can play drums. Así que la niña soñadora tuvo que seguir soñando y tocando los tambores sola. So the dreamy and dreaming girl had to play the drums by herself. Hasta que por fin, un día su papá dijo que buscara un maestro de música que juzgara si su música merecía ser escuchada. Until one day, her dad said he would find someone, a music teacher, to see if what she was doing was something to be heard. El maestro de la niña soñadora quedó impresionada. La niña sabía mucho, pero él le enseñó más y más y más. Y ella practicaba y practicó y practicó. So the music teacher said, wow. And he taught her more and more, and she practiced and practiced and practiced. Hasta que el maestro decidió que estaba lista para tocar sus pequeños bongos en el patio de un café bajo las estrellas que parecía un jardín, until her teacher said she was ready and she could play in the cafés that looked like gardens. Y quienes allí oyeron su música soñada y brillante, cantaron y bailaron y decidieron que las niñas debían permitirles tocar los tambores y que tanto las niñas como los niños tenían derecho a soñar libremente. El fin. So those who heard her in the café when she played realized it's important that girls have the same right to dream without any reservation. So your dreams are yours and you should follow them, whether you are here, there, or whoever you are. That's Una Niña, un Tambor, un Sueño. The story about this book is that it's about a real little girl. She was 10 years old when she played at the birthday of President Roosevelt. She was born in Cuba of Afro-Cuban and Chinese descent, and her name is Miriam Castro Saldarriaga. And she became very well known and played with many jazz musicians, and she played the drums. Our next book is about a little boy, and it's about him wanting to be like his dad. It's called The Night Worker. The Night Worker. It's by Kate Banks, and the pictures are by George Hollins for Levin. Okay. All kinds of stuff to work. Trucks, things, the night worker. There he is, his bed. Here we go. This one is in English. Night falls, bedtime comes. Papa kisses Alex goodnight. Then he puts on his hard hat. He is an engineer, and he is a night worker. Take me with you, whispers Alex. Not tonight, says Papa. Yeah, it's going to work. Then one night, Papa had a surprise, a hard hat for Alex. Alex puts it on and smiles. Come on, says Papa. And while Mama sleeps, Alex and Papa head quietly into the night. Así que el niño quería ir con su papá a su trabajo por las noches y por fin una noche le dio su casco y salieron juntos. A street sweeper is making his rounds. A delivery man parks his truck. He stops to talk to a policewoman. They are night workers too, says Papa. I want to be a night worker, says Alex. Papa pulls into the construction site. Alex hears the rattle and clang of heavy machinery. Men are hollowing out the earth. A building is going up. Así que lo llevó a su hijo al trabajo de construcción. En la noche, había mucha maquinaria. Estaban escarbando mucho para poner un edificio. Papa and Alex switch on their flashlights, and as they survey the work site, stars shine like beacons for the night workers. Papa stops to talk to the foreman. He spreads out a plan of the project. We're digging here, he says. He points to a bulldozer leveling the ground. Clouds rise from the dust as a steel shovel pushes toil into the midnight mountain. Alex está con su papá en su trabajo y su papá está encargado y le está dando instrucciones a los trabajadores con todas las máquinas. An excavator rumbles and turns. It reaches its giant arm into the air and waves. Alex waves back. Then it sinks its teeth into the earth and lets out a groan like a giant rolling over in bed. Las máquinas están trabajando y escarbando, pero son máquinas grandísimas, como gigantes. In a corner, a cement mixer hums steadily. Men are pouring concrete and sealing off the earth. They're laying the foundation, says Papa. He hoists Alex onto a railing. A crane moves its mammoth load across the sky while someone keeps watch from the booth overhead. I run to help, says Alex. A big yellow loader starts its engine. Up you go, says Papa. He sets Alex down beside the driver. Así que en una máquina grande que escarba, Alex quería ayudar y su papá le levantó y lo puso en el asiento. Slowly they crawl along the gravel. The driver puts Alex's hands on the levers. Ready? He says. Alex nods and pushes down. I am a night worker too, Alex says, emptying his load. The dump truck closes its gate and drives off. A whistle sounds. Gears grind to a halt. It's time for the night workers to take a break. Así Alex manejó la máquina y movió la tierra con sus manos. Así que sonó el timbre y era tiempo para descansar. Y Papa and Alex survey the site one last time. All motion is stopped like a held breath. Cuando salieron los trabajadores, Papá y Alex vieron todo alrededor. Estaba tan callado como un aspiro de la noche. Papá lifts Alex into his arms. I'm tired, Alex says. And they head back into the night. A couple stands under a streetlight. A woman is walking a dog. It is late. Alex takes off his hard hat. He pulls on his pajamas and crawls into bed. Morning comes, and while the city wakes, a little boy sleeps and dreams of being a night worker. Llegaron a la casa, el Alex estaba bien cansado y se durmió. Y cuando despertó en la mañana, recordaba de sus sueños de siendo un trabajador de la noche. A night worker. Un trabajador de noche. Okay. Our last book is The Dreamers. This is a beautiful book. It is written by, and the art is by, Yuyi Morales. Okay. What if you dreamed of a new life and it came to you? What if that new life led you to a new country where no one spoke your language, where you felt alone, ignored? What if you had to make that new place your home? What if you found that home in a world of books? And what if it were all true? ¿Qué pasaría si uno sueña de una nueva vida y que eso te llevó a otro país nuevo, con otro idioma y otro modo de vivir, y se sentía uno aislado? ¿Y qué pasaría si tenías que hacer ese lugar tu país? ¿Y qué pasaría si encontraras tu hogar en un mundo de libros? ¿Y qué pasaría si ese mundo sería verdad? Dreamers, soñadores, Yuyi Morales. I dreamed of you, then you appeared. To together we became amor, love, amor. Resplendent life, you and I. Te soñé. Te soñé. Y se realizó como amor. Vida resplendente. One day, we bundled gifts in our backpack and crossed a bridge outstretched like the universe. Adiós, corazón. And when we made it to the other side, thirsty, in awe, unable to go back, we became immigrants. Un día empacamos todo, cruzamos una puente y dijimos adiós, adiós corazón. Y cuando llegamos al otro lado, no podíamos regresar. And when we made it to the other side, thirsty, in awe, unable to go back, we became immigrants. Migrantes, you and I. The sky and the land welcomed us in words unlike of our ancestors. There were so many things we didn't know, unable to understand and afraid to speak. Ay, okay? Bueno, we made a lot of mistakes. You and I became caminantes. Thousands and thousands of steps we took around this new land, until one day we found a place we had never seen before. Suspicious, improbable, unbelievable, surprising. ¿Qué parece? Eso es lo encontrar un día. Y después de caminar y caminar buscando dónde llegar. Unimaginable, inimaginable este sitio. Where we didn't need to speak, we only needed to trust. And we did. Y no tenían que decir nada. Solo tenían que confiar. Y confiaron. Books became our language. Books became our home. Books became our lives. We learned to read. Libros se hicieron nuestro idioma. Libros se hicieron nuestra casa. Libros se hizo nuestra vida. Aprendimos a leer. To speak, to write, and to make our voices heard. Hablar, escribir, y nuestras voces ser escuchadas. Someday we will become something we haven't even yet imagined. But right now, we are stories, we are two languages, we are lucha, we are resilience, we are hope, we are dreamers, soñadores of the world. We are love, amor, love. Somos cuentos, somos dos idiomas, somos una lucha, somos resiliencia. Tenemos fe. Somos soñadores del mundo. Somos amor, love, amor. Yuyi Morales gives her story in the book. She also gives lists of books that she has read that has helped her become a writer and an artist. And she tells her story. She was born and raised in Mexico. Yuyi Morales immigrated to the United States with her son Kelly in 1994. At the time, she barely spoke any English. Since then, she has written and or illustrated many distinctive books for children, including 5 that won the prestigious Pura Belpre Award. Some of her books are Just a Minute, a trickster title and counting book, Los Gatos Black on Halloween, Just in Case, a Trickster Tale, and Spanish Alphabet Book. So there are many books that you can read, but there are many other things you can read. This one's about a stegosaurus that was on a staircase. This one's about a dragon that wanted to be a man. This is Chicana Art of San Diego, and has all of the artists who have contributed, or most of the artists who have contributed to the mural art and the art in San Diego. Chicano and Chicana artists. This is the Que Viva Chicano Park 2019-2020 calendar of the 50th anniversary of Chicano Park. And it also is a book. It's a book of time and a book of art and a book of things that have passed. And it also has history of Chicano Park in the middle. This is another kind of book. Another thing you can read is the newspaper. You have arts and culture. You have the local news. You have the comics. I'm going to read you the comic today of, this is from today's newspaper. This is the comic of La Cucaracha by Lalo Alcaraz. And let me see. I don't know if you can see it because it's tiny. It says, there's a Peludo Arms. It's May the 4th be with you. That's my grandson's birthday. Elias, he's here too. Mirea's here too. And so is Isaiah and Mia's dad, and my granddaughter, Adriana, and my other granddaughter, Lorena, and my daughter, Amelia, who you already saw. Anyway, so reading is good for everybody and can be done by everybody. So this cartoon says, okay, I can't even, Adriana, can you read this? No, just read it out loud. If you can read it, and I'll show the pictures. I don't know if you can see them. Okay. Okay, she's going to read the cartoon.
Which one?
Right here. Lalo Alcaraz.
What's up, Eddie? Hey, Cuco.
Louder.
Cuco. No, Cuco. Got any plans for today? Just chilling like a space villain. Hey, it's May the 4th. Duh. Then why aren't we fighting with lightsabers and Titan bars? Because he will be there. Let's celebrate Star Wars. I'm literally the Death Star.
So Lalo Alcaraz is an artist, and he has these characters, La Cucaracha. He comes every Sunday in the Sunday paper in the comics. So that's another thing you can read, comics. And then, of course, there's all the comic books, and there's the zines and everything. And then there's all kinds of different books that you can read, that you can find out about different things. So one book that you can't read that I'm going to show you, because it is one that I bought here at the Centro Cultural de la Raza many years ago. And it is one of, he can play. There's one grandson is playing a drum because that's part of his dream. He wants to play drums. Anyway, but this book is one I bought here at the Centro Cultural. And it was by, it is named Si mi amigo fuera un libro. It's acrylic on canvas, and it was done in 1999 by Daniel Ruanova. And he's an artist from Tijuana, from Mexico. But they were doing paintings, and he donated this for an auction for the Centro to raise money. This is one of my favorite paintings of a book. Again, it's Si mi amigo fuera un libro. Books are our friends. And if you do one, let people know. Thank you and have a good afternoon. Gracias por escuchar y tengan un buen día.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you so much for reading today and having all the kids. Thank you to Zeke and Mireya and Isaiah and everybody else who helped and is sitting behind the camera right there. If you have any interest in getting involved with, I'll leave the screen up so if the kids want to come up and show their faces, they can. If you have any interest in, hi Isaiah. If you have any interest in getting involved with Bibliotequita Colibri, it's in the early stages of the planning of the physical space, and we're in the early stages of the project in general. We have a long ways to go with getting it completely organized, but help from the community. And just a big thank you to Liz Watto, a volunteer here at Centro, as well as Angelia Ramirez, who have really been critical in getting the Bibliotequita started. And really just want to thank the community for all you've done to help make this possible. And just stay tuned, because this is ending our current series of the Bibliotequita story times, Hora de Cuentos, but we will be having a new series start up soon. And we already have a running list of a few people who will be able to be featured in those story times. If you are at all interested in helping us avoid some technical difficulties, if you have some skills in technology with filming or anything, please reach out to us at our email. If you have any interested in taking a look at the book list, the wish list, and possibly contributing in the future to that as well, please send us an email. If you're a librarian or educator or anybody else in the community who loves books and wants to share them with the youth of the community, please reach out to us as well. We're only as capable as the hands we have to do the things we want. So let's go ahead and end today with a big thank you to everybody in the Enrique Segarra family, Mireya right there in the corner. And we'll see you soon. Stay tuned, because we've got a lot more coming.